Can I just record this?
Drop the phone. All of our cameras are running, brother.
All right, I assure you, this is a non-starter, gentlemen.
The collar of your shirt from the back.
Hey, I got top side. You ain't need that front door.
Keep your shirt up like that and rotate slowly.
You want me to take my
Hands
shirt?
up. Get on your knees.
Just so you guys know, I'm home alone. This is a false police report.
Start crawling back towards the sound of my voice.
I hate those situations. All it takes is one friggin' idiot. Squeeze off a trigger and we don't have Owen anymore. Friggin' Owen, he's been to jail. He's getting swatted. This poor guy. Joining me now, Owen Shroyer, host of War Room. Wonderful show, by the way, with Owen Shroyer. Okay, Owen, well, congrats on getting out of jail, and now they're trying to kill you. What happened?
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. And by the way, I don't know if I told you this last time I was on with you, but when I got access to my radio in prison, I actually got access to your show. And so that was sometimes some enjoyable listening in my cell. I will tell you, it helped pass some nights, some lonely nights. Yeah, so it's a really unfortunate situation. I'm one of, I think we're over a dozen victims in the recent days of this false police report swatting. Somebody called in a fake police report to the Austin police. They said I had shot and killed somebody in my home. I was home alone, and they showed up as a team of at least a dozen men. They had my house surrounded. At that point in time, I realized something was going on because flashlights were shining all in my house. I looked outside. I saw what was going on. I was like, is this for me? And they're like, yeah. And they pointed at me and said, come out with your hands up. So I said, okay. I was well aware of what was going on at that time because somebody also that works at InfoWars had been swatted, Chase Geyser, and some others as well that just don't want to report it yet. So I knew what was going on. I was prepared for it. And yeah, I just filed up a recording on my phone. I also had security footage going as well. There's another image that's the most chilling one that was shot from my neighbor's perspective. Luckily, my neighbors are all my friends and they know what's up too, where you can actually see the guns being pointed at me because in the one shot that you open the show with, the lights are all shining, so it's hard to really see what's going on. But from my neighbor's perspective, you can see their laser lights on my head, my back, and my chest. And like you said, one slip of the finger, one hothead, one misunderstanding, miscommunication, and that's it. It's game over. And that's the intention of these false police reports and swattings. It is attempted murder. It is terrorism. It needs to be treated that way. And, you know, unfortunately, I'm stuck in the same position after I got sentenced to prison of having to warn people it's going to happen again until something is done. And I said they will arrest other journalists. If they arrest and send me to prison for January 6th and reporting on it, then they're going to come for journalists after that. And then they did. They went after Steve Baker and others. And so I'm now issuing the same warning, different subject, same warning. If people aren't arrested, if this isn't stopped, there will be others.
How much faith do you have that it will be stopped? Look, there are a lot of people I like, you know, the Bongino, Dan Bongino, I've got all the faith in the world. This is something he wants to dig into, but we have Pam Bondi and Owen. I'm a wait and see, man, on Pam Bondi. It sounds good right now. We're treating it like domestic terrorism. How do you feel about it? You're the one that's had guns stuck in your face.
Well, I appreciate that because it's a lot different when you've had that situation and you haven't. Mm-hmm. Let me kind of just give you the whole layout of this. On Pam Bondi, I'm at a zero faith. I have to tell you, I'm at a zero faith. She has completely just destroyed her reputation with the Epstein file and the Bindergate debacle. She has plenty of time to go on Fox News. I think that really that's what all she cares about now is getting a job at Fox News whenever she's done as Attorney General. Might be before the end of the year. And she's prioritizing things that, quite frankly, don't need to be prioritized, like college campus protests. And I know it's a hot button issue. I don't care how you feel about it. That is way down the priority list, or it should be, instead of people having these attempted murders, everything that's going on with the Tesla dealerships and the Tesla. You know, that should be top priority, not stopping these college protests, no matter, you know, how personal that might be to you with that hot button issue. It shouldn't be a top priority. So Bondi, to me, unfortunately, I have no faith in. And just for the record, I've met Pam Bondi. She seems like a very sweet person, very nice person. I don't think she's corrupt. She just doesn't seem to be in the right place right now. I would anticipate Trump has a new attorney general by next year. Now, Bongino and Patel, I don't know how we can do much better than that. I mean, maybe if it was you and me, but other than that, I don't know how much better you can do than Bongino and Patel. But I think this is where the rubber meets the road, and why, whether it's me that actually has had the guns pointed in my face or it's you, somebody in the media reporting on it, we know they have these capabilities. Just look at what they did with the January 6th protesters. They were able to find somebody off of a picture of an earlobe. They were able to identify people with just a picture of a key fob in their pocket. They were able to have all the means and mechanisms, apps on your phones, geolocation, everything else. If they have the will, there is a way. If they have the will, there is a way. So this whole game of pushing it off, I just don't buy. And I will also tell you, I've had off-the-record conversations with people that are involved in investigations of this or would like to be. They're frustrated. They're frustrated at the lack of answers that they're getting. They're frustrated at the lack of action that they're getting. So I don't really know what's going on. A lot of frustration has been voiced at me. Hey, putting out a statement on X is fine, but it's not enough. We really need to be seeing arrests. We need to really be hearing about what a priority this is. But I think if you're going to do a strong statement, at least do it in a joint press conference with the DOJ, the FBI, the DHS, and say, we are considering this terrorism. When we catch you, you're going to jail for at least 25 years minimum. I mean, that's that. If you're going to do a strong statement thing, then that's how it needs to be done. A post on X doesn't do it for me. Like you said, I don't know how much better you do than Dan Bongino, but when I see that post, like he posts every day, he says it's March 20th and it's a bad day to be a bad guy in America. Well, that kind of hurts a little bit because I'm not a bad guy. I'm a good guy. And I just had guns pointed in my face a centimeter away from my life. So I like Bongino and Patel. It's about as good as you can do. But things need to start moving fast, and not on a college campus over a protest, over domestic terrorism happening all over the country.
Yeah, no, it's not the first time I've heard this frustration. Owen, before I let you go, I'm hesitant to even say his name. You are welcome to, just out of respect for his family, because I can't imagine what his family's going through. But a colleague of yours was just gunned down also in Austin. I saw Alex Jones talking about it publicly. People talked about it. I know you're grieving. It's freaking horrible. If you wanted to say something about it, you're welcome to. I just don't feel like it's my place.
I appreciate that. Jamie White was a great American. He was a great person, but he was a great writer and reporter for Infowars.com. And it really appears he was just murdered in cold blood. It was a robbery gone wrong. It appears that somebody was trying to rob his car. It had already happened before, so I think he kind of already had a little personal situation because his car had already been robbed. So it looks like his car was in the process of being robbed. And it's a bad area in Austin. Austin is down bad right now. The Democrats have turned the city into a violent, crime-infested hellhole, unfortunately, which even when I moved here 10 years ago was nowhere near this bad. But it's bad now, so it's unfortunately very common. But it does look like he was trying to stop a robbery. They shot him. They killed him. But I have to say, he was on a hit list. He was on a Ukrainian hit list. And now some of these false pizza orders are putting his name on it. A false pizza order that came to my house was from a pizza joint at the intersection right where he was murdered. So you can't help but wonder now, was there something else involved in this? Even though it appears it was just a robbery gone wrong, you can't help but have your mind gravitate towards, was this something else? Was this something even more diabolical than just that? But you know what? Aside from the tragedy, Jamie White was a great person. He's greatly missed at InfoWars, and I'm just glad that people are recognizing him, and some of the great work that he did over the years is kind of getting a lot more attention now. It's unfortunate that's the case. But yeah, that's what it's like. Our colleague gets shot and killed last week. This week I get guns pointed in my face. I mean, good Lord, what's next, Jesse?
Well, prayers for you and all the InfoWars crew, my brother. I know you guys are going through it. Appreciate you very much. I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.